Hello, everyone. We're going to get started with Edward Tulane again. We've got chapter 6 on deck today. I wanted to start off by showing you my character list. We've learned about Edward Tulane, Abilene Tulane, Mom, Dad, Pellegrina, Rosie, the maid, had a little part in it too. And then we just met Martin and Amos, who were some naughty little boys, weren't they? Let's keep going with chapter 6, and you will have a new assignment on our Google Classroom. Chapter 6, the picture is showing what we have to believe to be Edward's hat, his fedora hat. Let's see what happens. How does a China rabbit die? Can a China rabbit drown? Is my hat still on my head? These were the questions that Edward asked himself as he went sailing out over the blue sea. The sun was high in the sky, and from what seemed to be a very long way away, Edward heard Abilene call his name. "Edward!" she shouted. "Come back!" Come back? Of all the ridiculous things to shout, thought Edward. As he tumbled, ears over tail through the air, he managed to catch one last glimpse of Abilene. She was standing on the deck of the ship, holding on to the railing with one hand. In the other hand was a lamp. No, it was a ball of fire. No. Edward realized it was his gold pocket watch that Abilene held in her hand. She was holding it up high, and it was reflecting the light of the sun. My pocket watch, he thought. I need that. And then Abilene disappeared from view, and the rabbit hit the water with such tremendous force that his hat blew off his head. Well, that answers that question, thought Edward, as he watched the hat dance away on the wind. And then he began to sink. He sank and sank and sank. He kept his eyes open the whole time. Not because he was brave, but because he had no choice. His painted-on eyes witnessed the blue water turning to green, and then to blue again. They watched as it finally became as black as night. And here's our picture we have so far with a caption that says he sank and sank and sank. Edward went down and down. He said to himself, "If I am going to drown, certainly I would have done so by now." Far above him, the ocean liner with Abilene aboard it sailed on, and the China rabbit landed finally on the ocean floor, face down, and there, with his head in the muck, he experienced his first genuine and true emotion. Edward Tulane was afraid. Very short chapter there, but I am going to stop and not read on. And the reason is, boys and girls, this is an excellent place for us to stop and make predictions, okay? We know a little bit about Edward. We know clearly what has just happened. He has gone overboard and has now landed at the bottom of the ocean. We're only 6 chapters in, so clearly this story is not over. So my assignment to you, my question to you for today is, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to be making a prediction about Edward's situation, and how does the story continue now? There he is on the bottom of the ocean floor. Is that where he'll stay? Will he come up? What will happen? As you write your predictions, boys and girls, I want you to be sure when you make a prediction and you say, or you write, I think that Edward will live in the ocean. I don't know if that's your prediction. Explain why you think that. Use evidence from the text, things that we have read. You may want to go back and listen to some more of the readings that we have done. You may want to hear them again, okay? So as you make your prediction for what you think is going to happen, remember, a good reader uses what they think in their mind and the evidence from the text. Those two things, your thoughts and the text together, show that you're real reading and making real predictions. Okay? All right, boys and girls, I'll see you tomorrow for Chapter 7.